Today, we will learn subtraction of decimal numbers. Shelley wants to cover 4 sides of the tablecloth with a lace. Shelley has 4.5 meters length of lace. She used 2.35 meters of lace to cover the tablecloth. What is the length of the remaining lace with her? In order to find the length of the remaining lace, we need to subtract these two decimal numbers. However, the subtraction of decimal numbers is done in the same way as we do subtraction of whole numbers. But while subtracting decimal numbers, it is necessary to take care of a few things related to the subtraction of these numbers. In this video, let us learn an interesting way to perform the subtraction of decimal numbers. We need to find what will be the value when 2.35 is subtracted from 4.50. So let's solve it. We already know that any decimal number has a whole part to the left side of the decimal point and a part of the whole to the right side of the decimal point. For example, in 4.50, 4 is the whole number and 50 is the hundredths. Similarly, in 2.35, 2 is the whole number and 35 is the hundredths. To subtract these numbers, we will draw a square and consider each square as one whole or one unit. In 4.5, 4 is the whole, so we will take 4 squares, and to represent 50 hundredths, we will take another square and divide it into 100 parts. We will shade 50 parts out of the 100 equal parts. In 2.35, 2 is the whole, so we take 2 squares, and to represent 35 hundredths, we will take another square and divide it into 100 parts and shade 35 out of the 100. Now, we will subtract 2.35 from 4.50. Since there are 4 squares here, after removing 2 squares will remain. Similarly, after removing 35 parts from 50 parts of the hundredths, 15 parts will remain. So tell me how we can write 2 wholes and 15 parts in decimal form. Think for a while. You got it right. We will write it as 2.15. Since there are 2 wholes and 15 hundredths, therefore, the length of the remaining lace is 2.15 meters. In mathematics, subtraction of decimal numbers is done in the same way we do subtraction of whole numbers. To do subtraction, we will write the number from which another number is being subtracted on the top. Below this, we write the number being subtracted. While doing so, we need to take care of the place values. The numbers with the same place value should be written in the same column. Otherwise, the result will be incorrect. That's why we will write the units 4 and 2 in the same column, the tens 5 and 3 in the same column. Similarly, we will write the hundredths 0 and 5 in the same column. In some cases, the number of digits after the decimal point might not be equal. What do we do in such cases? Think for a while. You got it right. We need to put 0 at the empty place and make the number of digits equal. Since the number of digits in both of these numbers is the same, we don't need to do so. As we have arranged the numbers one below the other, now we can subtract these numbers. You might have remembered that we move from right to left while doing subtraction. So first, we will subtract 5 from 0. But we cannot do it because 0 is smaller than 5. Therefore, we will borrow 1 from the digit left to the 0. By doing so, the value of the digit in the tens place will be reduced by 1. That means it will be reduced to 4 from 5. Since the value at the tens place is 10 times the value at the hundredths place, therefore, if we borrow 1 from the tens place, then the value at the hundredths place will be 10. In brief, 1/10 will be equal to 10 hundredths. Now, in the hundredths place, there are 10 and 0. The total will be 10 plus 0 is equal to 10. Now, we can subtract 5 from 10. So the result in the hundredths place will be 5. Similarly, we can do the subtraction of digits at the 10th place. Subtracting 3 from 4, the result in the tens place will be 1. We will write the decimal point as it is. By writing it, we can divide the whole from the part of a whole. Now, we will subtract the digits at units place. Subtracting 2 from 4 gives you 2, which we will write at the place of units. So in this way, we have subtracted 2.35 from 4.50 and got 2.15. Therefore, the length of the remaining lace with Shelley is 2.15 meters. So can you do the subtraction on decimal numbers now? Try and solve this problem. A milkman has 23.250 liters of milk. Out of this, he could sell 19.750 liters of milk. So find out the remaining amount of milk. If you get 3.5 liters as your answer, then congratulations, because you have learned the subtraction of decimal numbers properly. Today, we have learned subtraction of decimal numbers. In the next video, we will see some more examples related to decimal numbers.